In this exercise, we are going to learn how to create light in After Effects, and we will create this animation. I'll go to After Effects, new composition, same settings, but this time I'm gonna set the duration to 18 seconds. I click on OK. Right click, import file. I go to exercise 43 and import all the images. I'm gonna select the image of the sky, drag and drop like this. I'm gonna make it 3D. I click here. I'm gonna change the view to two views like this. The sky image selected, and I'm gonna move it on the Z axis. I'm gonna place it right here. I take it back like this, and now I'm gonna click, press S to bring the scale, and I'm gonna scale it up until this becomes bigger than the composition like this. 120% is good. Now I'm gonna bring the first wizard. I'm gonna drag and drop like this. I'm gonna make him 3D. I'm gonna put him down like this, and I'm gonna take him all the way here, just in front of the layer of the sky. I'm gonna put him down a little bit like this. I'm gonna bring the second wizard, drag and drop. I'll make him 3D. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna place him a little bit in front of the first wizard like this, and I need to take him down a little bit like this. I'm gonna move him a little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. I'm gonna bring the third wizard, drag and drop like this, make it 3D. I'm gonna place this wizard on the same level as the second wizard. Move a little bit to the right. I'm gonna put her down here. A little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. And I'm gonna keep her here. Now I'm gonna bring the halfling, drag and drop. Make him 3D. And I'm gonna place him right here. I'm gonna push him back a little bit like this. I'm gonna zoom here and I'm gonna place him down here like this. Maybe a little bit to the left like this. And finally the goblin, drag and drop, make him 3D. I'm gonna put him down here, push him back a little bit. I move him on the Z axis like this. I put him on the same level as this one and take him to the right like this. I'm gonna put him down here, a little bit to the right. I'm gonna go back to one view. And I think all the characters are well positioned. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna bring a light. I'm gonna create a light. This is something that we didn't see before. To create a light, I can right click here, go to new and click on light, or right click here, new, click on light, or I can go to layer, new, and click on light. I get this window. I'm gonna choose the type of light, the light type here. I'm gonna choose point. Color, I can choose any color. I'm gonna keep it white. Intensity, I'm gonna set this to 100%, and I'm not gonna change anything else. I click on OK, and just like that, we have a new light here. I'm gonna go back to views. We see the light right here that we just created. I can move it like any 3D object. I can move it using the gizmo like this. And if I put it behind the sky image, we see nothing. And as I move it on the Z axis, we can see the characters revealing like this. If I double click on the light one more time, I can bring back the same window and change the settings here, but I'm not gonna do that. Cancel. I'm gonna place the light in the middle, right where this wizard is. In the middle, I'm gonna put the playhead at 1 second. I'm gonna move the light behind the sky layer, make everything dark like this. I'm gonna press P to bring the position. I click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna move to 6 seconds, and I'm gonna take the light from here to here. I'm gonna move it a little bit here. I want the light to reach all the characters like this. And now if I play, we can see the characters revealing one by one. So the light is moving here, as you see, on the Z axis. And if I go back to one view and I play, we can see the characters appearing one by one. First character, then all these are dark, and then the next two, and then the next two. I'm gonna go back to two views. I'll move to 7 seconds like this. I'm gonna create one keyframe here. I want the light to stay 1 second here, and after 1 second I want the light to go back. I'm gonna select this keyframe, Control C and Control V. Now it goes back behind the sky layer and it goes dark one more time. I'm gonna select these two keyframes, F9 to easy ease. I go to the graph editor. I'm gonna make sure it's edit speed graph. I'm gonna zoom on this and move this handle like this. Now let's see the animation of the light. I like this result. I'm gonna go back to one view and it goes dark just like that. Go back to two views. I'm gonna leave the graph editor. I'm gonna zoom out here on the timeline. Gonna put the playhead at 9 seconds. I'm gonna create a new light. right click, new, light, light type, point. This time I'm gonna choose the color blue, like this, blue. Okay, intensity, I'm gonna make it 150. Click on OK. Now we have a blue light, just like this. I'm gonna move this light right here, just above the first wizard, and I'm gonna place it. I'm gonna place it where this ball is, right here exactly. And I'm gonna duplicate this light, light 2, Control D. I duplicate the same light, and I'm gonna move this one right here in the second hand. I double click on point light here, and I'm gonna choose the color orange this time, like this, and click on OK. Now I have a blue light and an orange light. I click on OK. Now I'm gonna animate the lights. I'm gonna hide the orange light. I'm gonna focus on this one, light 2. Open this, light options. I open this. Here we have intensity. The playhead is at 9 seconds. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch here. I'm gonna set the intensity to 0. And after 1 second, I'm gonna increase it to 150. I want it to be very intense, like this, 150. At 11 seconds, I put the playhead right here. I'm gonna create another keyframe. The light remains for 1 second and then goes dark again, so I have to place the playhead right here. After 1 second, and click on intensity, I'm gonna type 0 and press enter. Now let's play the animation. 1 second and then goes dark again. I'm gonna move to point light 3, the orange light. I'm gonna make it visible again at 10 seconds. I open the light options. I click on the stopwatch. I'm gonna set the intensity to 0%. After 1 second, I'm gonna make it 150. And after 1 second, both of them go dark, 0%. So now I'm gonna press M to toggle everything up. Click on U to see all the keyframes. And let's play. First light, second light, and then they go dark together. And notice, because the two lights are placed here, the rest of the characters remain dark. This is exactly what we want. We only see the wizard. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place the playhead at 14 seconds. Here, I'm gonna place it. I'm gonna create a new light. Layer, new, light, light type. This time I'm gonna choose ambient. And color, I'm gonna choose white for now. Click on OK, intensity 100%, and click on OK. And you notice this type of light doesn't have a source, and it lightens everything equally. As you see, now the sky is lit and all the characters are lit. I'm gonna double click on this ambient light. I'm gonna change the color to red. This is what we want. Okay. And now I'm gonna animate the intensity of this light. I'm gonna open this, light options, intensity. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch here. Intensity, I'm gonna set this to 0. Press enter, and after 2 seconds, I'm gonna set the intensity to 100%. Now if we play, we get this result. Let's play this. Now I'm gonna play the entire animation. Go back to one view. I'm gonna set this to fit. I play. The exercise now is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.